Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Victoria Marie YouTube live stream. Typically, this is on Fridays, but today we're having it on Wednesday because I went on vacation and I decided to go ahead and schedule this week's for Wednesday, and then we will pick back up again next Friday. Let me pop in a little hello in the comments. Hello, hello, hello. Make sure you say hello in the comment section there. And hold on just a second here. There we go. I heard my voice in the background. I have my computer on. There we go. Hello, Barb and Jessica. You made it. Make sure to let me know if you can hear me loud and clear in the comments. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. How's it going? Hello. Hey, Lisa. And Carrie and Carol. We got a Deborah here. Hey, Deborah, what's going on? Hello. Loud and clear. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for confirming you guys can hear me. We are back. It's been a couple of weeks since we did a live, and we're back. Hello, everybody's popping on. We're going to wait just a few minutes. Today I'm going to be working on my travel album. I'm so excited to work on this project. Hello. Hi. Hello, Brenda from Oklahoma, and Heather and Carol. Hear me loud and clear. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys are here joining me today. Hi, Robin and Marilyn. Hello. So glad you guys are here. Whether you are at home hanging out, chilling, or at home working, or maybe you are at work away from home and you're joining in today, thank you so much. I'm so glad you guys are here with me today on this Wednesday, not Friday, Wednesday. We normally have this, our lives on Friday, but as many of you know, I had a family vacation about a week or so ago, and I miss my vacation. It's like I need a vacation. I needed an extended vacation. Hey, Melissa, what's going on? I can't get my channel name to change. Oh, well, that's okay. It's all good. So the vacation was very nice, and I'll talk about that here in just a few as we get more people popping on. It was much needed, and of course, vacations are never long enough, right? They're always way too short. Hey, Barb, what's going on? They're always way too short. So if you have a friend who normally joins us on Friday lives, let them know that we're popping on today. Of course, this is recorded for playback. I do have a playlist for all of the live sessions that I host here on YouTube. So you just go to my channel, click on playlist, and then find the live stream playlist. I can't talk. Playlist. See, it's been a while since I've done this. Find the live stream playlist. And that way you can view any of the past live streams if you want to. We will start back up on our normal Friday schedule next week. So we'll do the live today. There won't be one this Friday, but we'll start back up next Friday. And in between that time, I hope to have some recorded video content for you guys. The past few weeks have been crazy for both personal and professional reasons. My schedule has imploded. Of course, we were on vacation for a week and then came back and had some family stuff, and it's been crazy. So I'm trying to get back to my normal YouTube recording schedule, as well as hosting the live and between everything else that I'm doing. So look for that. Look for some content to come. I've got some products that I want to share with you guys, some projects that I want to share with you guys. So look for that to come. Do I have any announcements today? Oh yes, the only announcement that I have today, and I'll be posting more information about this, is we are going to be doing another online virtual crop in October. It's going to be the second weekend in October. It's the You're a Wizard Harry Potter / Halloween crop. So I'm going to be posting more information about that, if not today, then tomorrow, along with some information as when we lead up to the actual crop event. It's hosted on the Victoria Marie Mighty Network, which is a new platform. I'm trying to migrate my Facebook and most of my social media, and starting next year, my classes will migrate to this platform. So it gives you one place where you can find a lot of my content and engagement. That won't include the Victoria Marie Patreon. That will stay on the Patreon platform. But the rest of mostly everything else that I'm doing will be on the Mighty Network, including our online virtual crop. So what we experienced the first time hosting it is just a really kind of large learning curve, and we were all trying to figure out and navigate the site. And I think we got it down, but I am going to provide some specific details on what a Mighty Network is, how you set up an account with Mighty Network so that you can join us just to be a part of the Victoria Marie Mighty Network. It's a great way for you to engage. It's a lot better than Facebook. You only see the content you want to see. You get to participate in groups. You get to look at events. You can take classes. I mean, it's all kinds of stuff that's going to be on this new platform, in addition to the online virtual crops. It's an easy way to sign up for the crop, and you get immediate access to the crop group. The crops are set up as groups on my Mighty Network platform. And the cool thing about it is that as long as you're a member of the network, you get to have continued access to that crop group. So if you've connected with some other people, or you want to continue to look at the challenges and stuff for creative inspiration, you can do that as being part of that premium group. So I will provide all of that information and more starting this week. So the theme is You're a Wizard for our Harry Potter / Halloween crop. Do you have to know anything about Harry Potter or anything like that? No. The challenges are going to be a mix of kind of Halloween theme, general theme, and Harry Potter theme. So just come and play along. Do you have to be a scrapbooker in order to play along? No. If you make cards or you're doing some type of other memory keeping type thing, come and join us. It's $7.99, $7.99, super cheap, for you to come and join us for a weekend of fun. I usually do a Friday kickoff. This time I'm going to do a Friday Zoom live kickoff, so we'll hang out, and then there's going to be 2 Zooms on, it starts on, the kickoff's on a Friday, and then the crop starts Saturday and continues to Sunday. So there'll be 2 Zooms on Sunday, 2 Zooms on Saturday that you can participate in if you want. That's included with the crop. There's challenges, there's prizes, there's giveaways, and it's a lot of fun. Now, what happens if you can't participate on the days that the crop is scheduled? Don't worry, because if you sign up, you'll have access to the group, and your challenges aren't due until 3 weeks later. So you have 3 weeks to complete the challenges, 3 weeks to play along with giveaways and stuff, and you'll continue to have access to the premium crop group. So you don't have to worry about any of that. So if you are out of town or you have another obligation, but you really want to play along, go ahead and register when the link posts. That's going to be on the 30th of this month. And then you can play along at your leisure. So there we go. All right. Let me go to the comments. Apparently I am learning how to talk. Excuse me. Mom is doing great. Thank you so much for asking that, Carol. Thank you so much. She's doing good. She's back home and she's doing well. Hello, everybody. Hi, what's going on? I'm so glad to see you all. All right, so let's get started. I'm really excited about this. We got a lot of folks on today. And so I went to Hot Springs, Arkansas. My family and I had about a week-long vacation. It was much needed. This was our version of a social distance vacation, something like that. We spent hey Effie, we spent majority of our time outdoors. It was beautiful. I think Hot Springs probably wouldn't have been on our list of travel destinations. Maybe like if we're en route to someplace else, to stop by and kind of see the sights and then continue on. But we chose Hot Springs, Arkansas, 1, because it does have little pockets of interest. 2, it allowed us to be outside. And we went during the week, so we were able to avoid the crowds. We left on a Friday, and that Friday afternoon, we left on a Saturday. And things started picking up really big. So we are so glad that we went during the week. So we spent time in the Hot Springs National Park area, which also features Bathhouse Row. So if you're interested in some historical type stuff, then you want to check that out. It's a lot of fun. We also did walk the Grand Promenade, which is also in the National Park area in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Lots of shops. It's a very touristy type area. You're looking at about maybe a little bit more than 2 miles of interest there. We stopped at the visitor center. Then we went to Lake Catherine State Park, which was beautiful. We did a 2-mile hike, which was just enough hiking for us because we don't hike all the time. So it was a little rugged. The bike path that, or the hiking path that we went there, I think there was like 3 or 4 paths that you could go at this particular stretch of the state park, of the Catherine Lake State Park. So it was really nice to be outside. The weather was perfect. Lots of people camping, which I think that's kind of like the travel option of choice for people during the pandemic, because you're outside and you're not around a whole lot of people. Which our hike ended in us seeing one of the really beautiful waterfalls at Lake Catherine. It was gorgeous. The water was so clean and crisp and clear. I live in the South, and our lakes are not that clear at all, because a lot of them are man-made lakes. And so to be able to stick my feet in the water and be able to see my feet, and it's just crystal clear and perfect, it was wonderful. So cool, great for soaking your feet after a long hike. Then we went to the Garvan Woodland Gardens, which is like a botanical gardens type situation. It is managed by, I believe, the University of Arkansas. So it was stunning. Lots of educational components with that. We saw a beautiful chapel when we were there. It was just really, really pretty. And then we ate at some good restaurants, and I would say that Hot Springs is probably not the place that you're going to find the best cuisine, but we did find some great mom and pop Americana places. So I'll be scrapbooking about that, because we love to eat whenever we're traveling. We got a few souvenirs, a little bit of shopping, went to a science museum, which was really fun. So those types of things. Lots of people were paying attention to the requirements in terms of wearing masks and social distancing. On Saturday, it was a little different, because then you got your weekend crowd coming in, and so we're glad that we left on Saturday. But during the week, people were very mindful. When we're outside, we were able to remove our masks because we were outside and there was nobody really around, but people were still keeping their distance. So we stayed at the Holiday Inn, and we sanitized our room before the room was clean, but we went through and took kind of extra precautions, extra measures. Overall, it was much needed. It was a great vacation. I recommend Hot Springs as probably, I would say, allow yourself at least at minimum 2 days, probably 2 to 3 days, to go and see some of the sites. We stayed for about 5. We took our time. We had a lot of fun. We had a ton of fun. Great road trip destination for sure. And I think the draw is not only the bathhouse row, but also all the outdoor opportunities as well. So if you're into biking and kayaking and all those things, and camping and whatnot, then it is perfect spot for that, because Arkansas is just really beautiful. The hills of Arkansas are beautiful. So we had a ton of fun. So before I went on vacation, we started continued on with the From Paper Pad to Kit series. And initially when I started this series was like a few months ago, when I started doing lives on the Victoria Marie Facebook group. And then of course I moved them here to the YouTube channel. And so we would take a paper pad, right? Like I took a 12 by 12 paper pad, deconstructed it, and used that along with materials from my stash to create a kit that I can then use for scrapbook projects. Well, this another series, same series, but different project, I did the same thing, only this time I'm going to create this mini album for my Hot Springs vacation. Now, in the last video, I believe I showed you how I set up my kit. I've got this iris case, and I pulled all kinds of elements from my stash. I've since then added just a few more things. So I have all the things that I need for this project, probably way more than what I'm going to use. Die cuts, pattern paper, embellishments, that type of thing are all in this iris container, this 12 by 12 iris container with an insert. To that, I've just added some stamps. I've added some more stamps. Oops, that's a note. I've added some more stamps to that go with the world travel and the cityscapes collection. That's mainly the papers that I've used. I also have this wood mount stamp from Kelly Perky, and I may have found this at Tuesday Morning, and it's perfect because she does a lot of travel type stuff, so I'm glad I grabbed that. And what I did, I believe in the last live, I showed you how I put that together, and then I sort of set up my album just a little bit, kind of in the vein of like December Daily, if you're familiar with that. The whole idea is that you set up your album beforehand, and then that way, when December comes around, you're just adding your stories and words and maybe some other embellishments. Well, this one I went through, and I filled in the pattern papers that I took from my paper pad that I trimmed down specifically for this size of album. And then I start adding in some embellishments here and there and kind of tucking things into the page protectors of stuff that I may potentially want to use as I'm putting this album together. I also put in some little inserts of different things just to add some interest. Like I've got this little envelope here that I stuck a picture in, which I'm going to show you here in a second. I also have little notes and sketches of things that I may want to put in my album. And then I also made a list beforehand of the potential experiences or stories that I want to add to my album. Now, here's the thing, and this is how I approached it. Because of the size of the album, I could probably put a lot of photos in here. There will be a lot of photos in here. But I want to isolate those really special moments of our vacation. My goal is not to scrapbook everything that we did on the vacation, but to be able to tell the story, starting with us traveling from Texas to Arkansas, and then everything in between in our vacation. And so I want to keep it simple and really focused on the story. Now, I did take a lot of photos. As I said, I think initially in the last live that I was going to try not to take a ton of photos. I did take a lot of photos, mainly scenic photos, like the things that we were doing outside and that type of thing, because it was just so beautiful. Any extra photos, once I've purged, got rid of any duplicates or anything like that, will go in a photo album. That's usually what I'll do with photos that I have left over from a particular event or vacation. But the photos that truly represent the story that I want to tell will go into this album. So, as I mentioned before, this is a Citrus Twist Kit Citrus Twist Life Crafted album. I believe it measures 6 1/4 by 8 1/4. I believe that's how much it measures. If you go to citrustwist.com, look for Life Crafted album, you'll be able to see all the details there. I chose this size because it's the perfect traveler's notebook size. And if you want something that's bound, then this is the perfect album for that. So not only is it bound with your label, you also have the rings, and it comes with a set of pocket protectors, page protectors rather, that come in different styles. And so you'll see that throughout the album. I showed this album in the previous live, so make sure you go and check that out. So that's the reason why I'm using this. It's small enough. I think it was perfect for travel albums, perfect for like December daily or holiday or that type of thing. Okay? Alrighty, so I am just beginning and warming up with this project, so let me get myself situated here. And if you have any questions, pop them in the comment section below. And so far, I'm going to be honest with you, I like working in this size album. I really do. Carrie says they just restocked and have some new colors. So those of us, I think the last time we talked about it, they were out. So if you're looking for this album, make sure you head on over and grab you some. I sure am. I'm going to grab probably about 5 more of these for right now for other projects that I'm doing. So here we go. I did the title page in the last video, I believe. This is a page I worked on last night. So what's going to go here? I was going to start doing some journaling, but I ran out of printer ink for my computer. My idea is I probably won't do a whole lot of handwriting because I do have a lot of storytelling I want to do, and I tend to write better when I type versus handwriting. Okay, so here is the first page, and this measures 4 by 8, I believe. Let me see. Let me get the measurement right. That's 8. Yeah, 4 by 8 is the measurement for the insert. Also, if you are used to doing pockets, or if you're not, just a note here. Your pockets may be slightly smaller than the page that you trim out. Just letting you know. So you might have to do a little bit of an adjustment on your pages. All right, they just restocked. Yes, they did. I got mine ordered yesterday morning. Yay, Brenda. Hey, Sarah. Great inspiration. I have 2 autumn short break staycations planned and going to scrap them both in a similar style. I love that. That's fantastic. See, I love the Simple Story 6 by 8 albums. I have several of them that I need to use, empty albums. All right, so this is 8 by 4, Traveler's Notebook size. I love this because I love albums. I like the regular Traveler's Notebooks with the staple binding or the hand sewn binding, but I like this a lot better. I think it's just a little bit more of a cleaner look. Okay, so here is the first page, and I have a space here for the journaling. So what I'm going to do is type up the journaling. I have a little template that I've designed in Word, Microsoft Word, where I can put in my typing and print like a 3 by 4 pocket or something like that. I have to remember to do a video on that, how you can hack that without having to use Photoshop. But journaling is going to go here. And then down here at the bottom, I created a nice little cluster. So here is a die cut of the US, the map of the US, and then a die cut that says never stop exploring, a little car. And then what I did was I took some little enamel dots and an arrow that are pointing towards Arkansas. And I thought that'd be a really cute little detail. And I think cars and maps and stuff are going to be a running theme in this album. So I'm going to slip this right in here. Another thing that I did, because I just kind of wanted to get warmed up here, is I took the insert, and this, I can't remember who it's by. Who is this by? I know it's probably by the same collection that the paper is. Now I can't find the packaging. I should have had that out. I will come back to that. Anyway, so what it is, it's a little envelope, and it has this little window here that you can stick a photo in. And so this is a photo, a selfie that I took of my family and I as we were headed out from Texas on our way to Arkansas. So me and my wife Bree and then our daughter Corinne. And the only thing that I did was I used a tab punch by We Are Memory Keepers and some of the pattern paper from the paper pad that I deconstructed and created a tab. And then I used some sticker letters to spell the word yay. Then I also have a chipboard sticker here that says Bon Voyage. Bon Voyage. And that's going to stick right in here. Now the cool thing about these Life Crafted products is that they do come not only with the page protectors, but you also get, or you can get, these little insert, I forget what these are called. Somebody told me last time, I forget what they're called. But these little insert things that allow you to put them on things like pockets or whatnot, so you can add those to your album with ease. And I just trimmed mine down to fit that little window pocket there. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to move on to another page. What I like to do in my album, let me move this to the side for just a second. What I like to do whenever I'm working on an album is I like to document specific details, like how many miles we drove. I'm going to move this down just a little bit. How many miles we drove, anything exciting along the way, you know, any points of interest, you know, that type of thing. Oh, come on, camera. There we go. Trying to make sure that we can get this good to go. There we are. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, I just wanted to move that a little bit closer, and let me see how that looks. I'm waiting for the screen to catch up. Adhesive page strips. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll document how many miles we drove if it's a road trip, how much money we spent, that type of thing. It's fun to look back on those details. I'll also do a little sketch of the page that I'm working on. So for this little page here, it's going to be called Many the Miles. And I went ahead and sketched out what I want. Now, I went ahead and put in the die cuts. So it's the state of Texas and the state of Arkansas, which I think is really cool. And then down here, I'm going to put the number of miles that we drove. So let me grab some font stickers. I might actually change this up. I might use this font sticker that says Adventures Awaits. I like that better, I think. Or maybe not. No, because I think I have Adventure Awaits somewhere else. Let me grab those font stickers that I had laid out. There we go. There we go. I'll come back to that later. And let's see here. I think I like this Hip Hip Club font because it's not too big and it's the same color story as the papers that I'm using. So I'm going to spell out Many, M-A-N-Y. There we go. It's always fun to work on a travel album because then you can look back and reminisce about your travel adventures, right? Love that. Let's see, I might have to work backwards here. Let's see. I want the word the to go here. And let's do the H. Let's see if that'll fit. I should have started with that first. Let's see. Now I chose this particular sticker because it's not super thick. And when you're dealing with the smaller pockets or just pockets in general, you don't want your stuff to fall out. Like you don't want your pages to fall out. Let's see, do I want that H to sort of interrupt that? Not too much. Okay. I think I may have it here. So for this vacation, we drove almost 800 miles round trip, and it is about 5 hours away from Texas. And Texas and Arkansas share a border, and that border, that area is called Texarkana, if you weren't familiar with that. When I worked in HR, I had, for a large grocery retailer, there were stores in that area, and I would have to travel to the Texarkana area about once every 3 months or so. So I've got real familiar with it. Okay, let's see here. Jessica, yes, you do need these. You need these albums. Everyone needs like all of these albums. Okay. This is going to go down here, I believe. Let's see here. That one. So I've got to make sure that I leave room for any of the tall letters. Let me know in the comments section as you're watching this, are you working on a creative project today? Depending on what time it is for you, it could be evening time, it could be late at night, or super early in the morning, depending on where you're joining us at. Some of you, if you're in the States, you could still be at work, maybe. Let's bring this down just a little bit. So I need room for the little tilde for the I. Let me know in the comments section if you're working on anything, or if you plan on working on something this evening when you get home, or maybe the next day if this is really super late at night for you. Another M. Let's grab another M. I've got a long list of creative projects that I'm working on this week. A long list. This being one of them. Okay. Minnie the Miles. How about that? Jen's still getting over COVID. Jen, I wish you a speedy recovery. I know that that is not an easy thing to get over, so I'm hoping you feel better soon. Used to go 3 to 4 times a year to Hot Springs. Oh, cool. Awesome. Just because you're making me homesick. Aw. Stamped and colored, says Barb. Some autumn items. Now I'm going to die cut them. That sounds awesome. Working on a trip to New York in May 2019. That sounds like fun. I'm listening at work, says Julie. I'm likely to rewatch tonight. Fantastic. Working on my version of a background for Shamil's Background Friday live. Oh, I love her live so much. If you guys didn't know, Shamil Lane does lives on her Facebook page on weekly, so make sure you check that out. I think she does them on Wednesdays. Just want to get DD planned. Oh yes, December Daily, absolutely. That's on my list too. Finally working on organizing my old vintage photos, having to evacuate, really lit a fire. Oh, Erica, lit a fire, haha, under me to give them a more portable and manageable state. I understand that, and I hope you guys, those of you who are in the areas that are impacted by the wildfires, I hope that you are staying safe as much as possible. Awesome. Completing the challenges from the virtual crop. Yes, we still have folks that are working on that. Those are due on the 27th. Working on a grandkids page. Awesome, Karen. Hey Samantha, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Okay, so this is going to go here. And let's see here. I think I want to jazz this up just a teeny bit. Thought I had. Kind of like the idea of using a geotag there. And I want to accent that geotag with a little bit of color. So I'm going to grab one of the 3x4. Let me grab it. I'm still looking for it. 3x4 pocket cards that I cut from the pattern paper pack. And I want to add just a little bit of detail to this geotag here. I want it to have a green background so that it pops out just a little bit. Then let's trim that out. How about that? Let's trim that out. Customize your own embellishments, right? And this is not too thick where it'll fall out my page or anything like that. And I get to use these pattern papers for more than just pocket cards for this project. That'll work. Let's add some adhesive to that. Let's stick that right here. Okay. Kind of sticking to my little sketch here. Hey Gail, what's going on? Elizabeth's organizing. Worked some this morning, currently laying down watching me. Yay! This is the life. Samantha, Mama's doing very well. Thank you for asking. Thank you so much for asking. She's doing very well. Alrighty, I think I want to add like a little something there for texture. And color, because why not? Because why not? I want something there, right here. Oh, come on, little enamel dot. Oh, come on. Don't you hate when these things don't want to come off the packaging? So I want it over here. I want it over here. See, now I don't know. I'm acting really particular about it right now. I kind of like the idea of doing this enamel dot here. Removing that and doing that here. Yeah, I think I kind of like that. That'll go back to where I need it to go. Okay, there we go. Do I like that? I don't know if I like that. We shall see. I don't want to get too picky with it. Trying to see if there's something else I can put in the center of this to add some interest. That makes no sense. I'll come back to it. I don't have to have all the answers right now. Okay, so that's that first part. We'll call that done, so I don't want to fuss with it. Now, the second part is this area down here, and this is where I want to put the number of miles driven. And for that, I think I want to use, I don't know if I want to use a stamp or what. I pulled these stickers out. This is called Backyard. So I kind of like the idea of using these tiled stickers. Let's see. I thought I also pulled another font sticker, but I guess I didn't. Okay, no problem. We won't overthink that. So let me get these out. These are fun. I found these at Tuesday morning. And they were sort of hidden away. No, I don't want to use that. Where's my other font sticker? No, I do want to use it. I changed my mind. Okay, so what I'm going to do is spell out the word drove. Since I learned how to spell, how about that? There we go. Let's grab an E. That's on the other sheet here. You got the first part of the alphabet on the front, the second part on the back. These are fun letters. I love tiled letters. And you can easily make tiled letters using a letter stamp, like a small letter stamp, and then just cutting them out in blocks, right? You don't need something like this in order to make tiled letters like this. Now, I thought I pulled something that I could use, something else that I could use for the number part of this, but I'm going to go ahead and use what I have available to me. So these stickers, which I love stickers in general, you guys know that. This one's called Sketchbook. And we're going to grab the 7. Let me see if that'll work. The 7 and 8. Actually, we're going to do 9. I'm going to round that up. 790 miles round trip. Not a bad trip. There we go. There's that. Let's see how that looks so far. Okay, I like that. I'm going to move this over. Now, with the thickers, this is a chipboard thicker. And it looks like sketched numbers and letters. It's really fun. Because it's a chipboard thicker, I'm going to have to add some extra adhesive onto this. But before I do that, I want to make sure that I have everything that I want in place before I do that. And let's see if this will, let's try a different color. Do I want that color? Nope. How about this pink color? How about that? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so I'm probably going to have to move this over again. And make room for those tile letters. Usually when I'm working on a vacation album, I like to make sure that I have the elements I'm going to use for the album all ready to go. And then I like to sketch and kind of have an idea of the design that I want to use for the stories that I'm documenting in my album. That way when I sit down to do it, I'm not struggling from a design standpoint, right? I can just sit down and get the album done. Because the fun for me is not only working on the album, but also looking at the album and going through and reading the stories and looking at the photos and all those good things and reminiscing about our trips. Trying to get these somewhat in a position to where they all fit down here. I think this is roughly, the top one is a 6x4 size and bottom is 2x4 of this pocket. Come on, Vicky, get it going. Get it, girl. Okay, there we go. I'm going to look at the comments here in just a second, once I get this where I need it to go. Now these tile letters are more of a blush color versus this is more of a pink, but that's okay. Like I'm not, you know, mincing words on that one. I'm not being picky. Is that upside down, Victoria? That was upside down. No wonder why that looked weird. Okay. And I'm just trying to get these lined up because, you know, we all know I have an eye for straight. Not. All my stuff comes out looking a little wonky sometimes. Okay. So now I got that. Let's add some adhesive. For this, I'm going to use the Barely Art Precision glue. This was something that I received a few months ago. Hey Deb, this one's on Wednesday because I went on vacation and I want to make sure that we went live sooner than later. So that's why I put this one on Wednesday. But it'll go back to Fridays. Let's see. Yeah, I love those sketchbook stickers too. Yeah. Okay, so let me add some glue. I'm using the Barely Art Precision, I can't talk, Precision Craft Glue. It comes with the Precision Applicator, which is great. I'm just going to add a little bit onto my thickers, my chipboard thicker, because again, if you're not familiar with chipboard thickers, the adhesive doesn't stick. It's not as tacky as it is on the other substrates that are used for thickers, and so you might want to add just a little extra so that over time your chipboard stickers don't pop off your page. I have many layouts where I have thicker letters hanging out on the bottom of my page. Alrighty, so this page documents how many miles we drove for this road trip. This also comes with a pin. You just stick that right back into your Precision Applicator, and there you go. This is removable, by the way. There's a cap that you can put on in the whole nine. Okay, so I'm going to stick this right in here. And that page is done. Let's flip to the next page. Not too bad. Next page. Now I did have someone ask before I did this, how I go about printing my photos after a vacation. If I am scrapbooking, then I will print the photos that I'm going to use for the projects as I get ready to do the pages. And then once I'm done, I'll go through and do a batch print of all the photos that I want, like say in a photo book. Alrighty, so I have some elements already tucked in here. And these are the elements that I want to use on this page. I have a circle die cut that came with one of the ephemera packs, a little car, the number 3 to represent my family because there's just me and my daughter and my wife. Ah, come on out. There we go. And then a little sticker. This is where journaling is going to go, so I'm just going to leave this blank for now. I mentioned at the beginning of the live, I was going to print out all my journaling, but I ran out of printer ink. So I've got printer ink on order, and I'm waiting for that to get in, and so I'll show you in the next live. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll be sharing this project as well, so you'll be able to see it with the journaling, whether here live or on Instagram or my Facebook and all that good stuff. So this bottom part, this is 2 by 4. I forgot that I already attached this together so that it will stay nice, flush, and even. Uh-oh. Go back on. Ooh, am I going to have to add adhesive to these too? I might. Extra adhesive. Okay. Anyway. So in the back part, what I want to do is take this circle, and I'm going to create an anchor where my wood veneer little car is going to sit. So this is going to go right here. And I'm going to trim this off. The cool thing about this size of layout is that you don't have to do a whole bunch of embellishing if you don't want to. You can keep it rather simple and easy, adding a few details and not having to fuss too much about it. On the car, I'm going to add this little die cut that says 3. Oops. Let's do that. A little bit of adhesive there, and that's going to sit right there in the middle of the car. It looks kind of like a little race car with the number 3 on it. And then this die cut, this is actually a sticker, and it says Explore Your World, and that came from a little sticker sheet that I pulled from my stash for this project. And that's going to go right here, I believe. Is that where I wanted that? Okay. So there's that. And I wonder if, where'd it go? Did I lose it? I don't think. I wonder if I have an enameled dots that are small enough to go here in these little holes. Oh, I do. Let's fill in those little holes there with some enamel dots. Give that a little bit of texture. There's that. So this piece is going to go right back into this pocket. Fun little details. Okay. So that's that page done, at least for right now. And then, like I said, I'm going to add journaling here to this part of the layout. Okay. Next page. I love these page protectors that have the 2x2 little pockets, because this is perfect if you want to resize your photos to 2x2, if you want to add some embellishments. I am going to add some journaling here as well. I might pop in a photo or two. I've got some paper, pattern paper that's placeholders there. Whether decorative or something else is going to go there, I'm not quite sure yet. So I might resize some photos here. I'm not sure, but I like the way that it looks. What I do want to spell, however, what I do want to do, I don't know if I'll add photos there. I think what I want to do is spell out the word vacation, because there's just enough boxes for me to spell V-A-C-A. T-I-O-N, and I thought that would be really fun. And then I can add little embellishments and stuff to these empty pockets or more pattern paper. I already started this one. I did that before I went on vacation. So I have some puffy stickers here, a chipboard sticker there, and some pattern paper from the kit. So using these sketchbook stickers, I think I'm going to spell out vacation. So I think that would be really fun. So, and I already have that sketched out as a possibility, so we're going to go ahead with that. Now, I can add the letters outside my pocket if I want to, or the inside. I'm going to go ahead and add it on the inside because these are chipboard thickers, and so I want to make sure that they stay. So adding in just a little bit of a black element here. So this is going to go here. And then let's do an A. This is such a fun little technique. Just split up your words like this. Really fun. This is a good idea for those of you who are getting ready to do your December daily. You can do something like this in your album, or any other travel album, or any other mini album type thing, or even a larger project if you're working with pockets. Let's do an A. And then on the back of here, I'm going to need some 3x3 pockets. So what I'm going to, or 2x2 rather. So what I'm going to do is pick out some pattern paper. So I have this one, this one. Let's do orange, and let's do green. We'll switch it up. And let's grab this guy here. And I'm going to create some 2x2 squares to go in the inserts, and that way I'll have an anchor for the other letters that I'll spell out here in just a second. Just that. Now, one thing I want to mention, I don't always plan out every detail of these projects. I like to leave some room for game time decision making, because you never know what you might be inspired by, right? Okay. Save those for later. Let's flip this over. And how about we do this? Okay, let's find a T. And I hope this is inspiring you to work on those travel albums. This has been kind of a rough year for travel, because I know for some of us who had travel plans, some people who had travel plans, they canceled them or postponed them. So if you weren't able to go on vacation this year, but you have another trip or other past vacations you want to scrapbook, why not? Now is the time, right? Particularly if you're not going anywhere, now is the time. Okay, I'm going to have to trim some of these down. Sometimes those pockets are not, they're a little bit smaller than the paper. Let me trim that down just a little bit. I know I have at least 3 or 4 travel albums that I need to either start or finish. Do that. I love the enamel dot wheels too. Me too. They're so cute. Very cute. Libby says, I stopped buying thickers for that reason. I was too lazy to glue them on. That's true. Jessica says, stamped letters never fall off. That's so true. That is so true. All right, let's stick this right in here. Love that. Okay. Now, these other squares, I have the embellishments mounted on vellum, which is fine. So when I turn the page, I kind of see the back parts of that. I'm not always bothered if I can see the back parts of elements through the pockets. I'm not always bothered by that, and I'm not bothered by it now. If I want to add some other embellishments here, I can. For now, I'm just going to leave it the way that it is. So I'm going to call that one at least semi-done for now. Okay. And then the last page I'm going to work on today, I'm going to bring out some photos. So I like to start my travel albums out with photos of my family actually on the road and traveling. So we hopped in the car and headed out on a Tuesday afternoon. And we love road trips. We went and we stopped and we got Starbucks, which is our jam, and turned on our travel music, and we had a ton of fun. So what I did was I resized my photos to 3x4 using an app called PicFrame. If you never heard of it, it's available for both iOS and Android. And what it has is frames that you can use to resize your photos. And 3x4 is a very popular size. And so that's what I use it for, mainly 3x4, and some other sizes like 2x2 that you can use to resize your photos. So that's what I did with these. So what I want to do is get these trimmed up, and I'm going to put, let's see, probably Corinne's photo here, and then I'm going to put some journaling and a title here, and then 2 more photos back here. I originally thought I was going to use this little tag, and maybe I will. Maybe I'll use this pocket. We'll figure that out. Okay, so let me trim this out for a second. I'm loving the way this is coming together so far. And the fact that I'm doing this live forces me to actually get it done, to work on it every week, versus putting it on the back burner, because that would certainly happen. Let's see if I can get this trimmed nicely. It's probably going to be a little bit less than 3x3. I mean 3x4 with the light border. Yeah, it is, but that's okay. I can live with that. I need to print that true to size next time. Okay, so I think I'm going to put Corinne's photo here. She was so excited. I had never seen a kid so excited to go on vacation. Super, super excited this one. And she spent several days packing. She had a whole packing list. It was a whole thing. A whole thing. And then the morning of, Brie and I had some last minute things we had to do. And she was just like, come on, can we get on the road already? Which I remember feeling as a kid too, when we would go on road trips. Let's see, did I cut that too small? I might have. Do I want to use that? That might be better. There's a little bit of space around my photo that was unintended. So what I'm doing is just mounting it on some pattern paper so it has a little bit of color around it, because it's a little bit smaller than 3x4. And that's only because I didn't print it true to size, so we'll just work it out versus just reprinting the photo. I'll just give that a little bit of a blue border. Okay, so I do want to keep this. So what I want to do, let's see, can I trim this photo in some way? Maybe I can trim Brie's photo. This is my wife here. She started us out driving. Okay, so I think what I want to do, let's see here. So 3x3, it's going to be 2. What I want to do is trim this photo. And what I'm using is a Simple Stories. These are photo trimming guides. I don't know if you guys have seen these before, but you can get them in a set of, I think they come in a set of 5. And so you can manually trim your photos instead of, you know, using Photoshop or something like that. So I'm going to use this, I think, to trim out this photo. I'm just going to put it right over my photo and then come in with my scissors and trim it down. And I'm mainly doing this because I want her photo to sit right here on this pocket card. And that 3x3 may be bigger than, yeah, it's bigger than what I want. So I use that as a starting guide. What I want to do is make sure that her photo can fit right there on that pocket card. So I'm going to trim her up just a little bit. I thought that 3x3 guide would work. But if I did want to trim it down to 3x3, then I can use this guide to do that. Now we got to trim a little bit more at the bottom. Maybe a little bit more. Oops, sorry, babe. Gonna have to catch up just a little bit more. You are here. A little bit more. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So that's gonna go there. I love mounting photos on my pocket cards. Love it. There we go. That worked out nicely. Then I got one more photo of me and Rennie. Rennie is like right there. My daughter's right there. The photo app is called Pic Frame, P-I-C Frame. Live vicariously through our past selves. Absolutely, Erica. Absolutely. That's why I love looking at my albums. I look at my albums all the time. I mainly scrapbook for me, so they're my albums and my memories and the things that I want to remember, so I like looking at them, you know, grabbing a snack, a cup of coffee or something, and looking at my stuff. I'm going to pull out this 3x4 pocket card that I made with the pattern paper from the paper pad that I used. These photos, again, were printed. They weren't printed true to size, so next time I'll make sure to print them true to size. These had a white border around it, so when I trimmed it out, it wasn't printed the size that I needed. That's okay. We'll work with it. We adjust and we pivot. Okay, so journaling's going to go there. Then I think I want to use this Kelly Perky stamp set. It's a wood mount stamp set. And I like this phrase, "We are explorers," and that should fit right here at the top. So let's grab some ink. How about we grab some Archival by Ranger. And if I really want to get fancy and make sure that this was straight, I would use a stamp positioning tool, but I'm not doing that right now because I'm lazy. I'm just going to try to eyeball this and get it as straight as I can. That was not straight at all, so let's try it again. And you're probably wondering, Victoria, just get the stamp positioning tool. I have no clue where it's at. Let me try that again. Let me stand up this time. Ah, perfect enough. That's good enough. Then I'm going to come in with the Cityscapes stamp set, and I like the stamp that says Good Times. So I'm going to grab an acrylic block. And this stamp, which is quite bendy. There we go. Again, using some Archival ink. Let me test the stamp real quick because I've never used these. That's a pretty good impression. Now I'm going to leave that like that for now because I want to make sure that I have room for my journaling. So there's that. And let's see if there is anything that I want to use as far as embellishments are concerned. So there's the stickers that says Scenic Route. This is, I believe, from the Go the Scenic Route collection from Paige Evans, I think. Yeah, getting the wood-mounted stamp straight is hard. I have a, what's it called, the Stamp-majig or something like that from, was it Stampin' Up? I can't remember, but I have a stamp positioner specifically for, you know, wood mount stamps, and I was too lazy to get it. Okay, I think what I want to do is add something to the outside of the pocket. So there's this little foam sticker here, or puffy sticker, that says snap a photo. And I thought I would put that here. That might be too big, so let me look at something else here. My daughter, who is so super excited for this road trip, bless her little heart. She's like, Mommy, when are we going to go? How many more days? So ready. Let's see, will that work? That might actually fade into the background a little bit. Let's see. Let's work on something else here. Let's see if I do heart, maybe? I'm trying to cover up some white space here. And will the word smile fit on there? Nope, it's going to be too big. Okay, no problem. No problem. Nope, that's going to be too big too. That's okay. Well, maybe I'll just do hearts to cover up that white space in that photo. And that's on the outside of the pocket. I might put a little phrase there somewhere, but it's just going to stay there for now. And let's see. I kind of like maybe doing one here for Bree's photo, or maybe I don't want that there. Let's look at this. Nope, that's repetitive. Trying to find something I can layer here. There's a sticker that says hit the road. Now, I have absolutely no red in any of the other elements that I'm using, but this chipboard piece here that says hit the road is red. But I'm just going to pop it on because, you know, I don't really care. I'm going to put hit the road right there. And these are little chipboard stickers from Mamby Chips, by the way. And I want something to go here. But I'm not sure what that's going to be yet. So I might just leave it versus just putting something on there that I don't want. Okay. I think that's going to do it for that. At least for now. So I'm going to take my page, put it right back in. Alright, so let's see what I got so far. God, I tell you, this is not a huge project, but my desk would make you wonder if I was working on like 10,000 pages or, or whatnot. Okay. Uh-oh, did we lose a little bit here? Uh-oh, I hope we didn't. Okay. It looks like the video froze. Okay, there we go. Now we're back. I think the video froze there for a second. Okay. So far so good. I'm going to go ahead and put a period at the end of the sentence for now. We've got the title page. This page here that I'm going to add some drilling to. I've got a photo right here in this little pocket. I created this page today that documents the number of miles that we drove for the trip. So I love that. This other page here that's going to feature some journaling once I get my printer up and going, but I did do a cute little embellishment down here with a circle, die-cut circle, a sticker stamp that says Explore Your World, or a sticker stamp, a sticker label that says Explore Your World, a wood veneer car, as well as a die-cut that says 3. So there we go. Let me move that over so you guys can see that. And then here is the pocket page that has the 2x2 pockets, and I spelled out the word vacation. These elements were already on here. I just added the letters. And then I may or may not add anything to the spaces here, but here's the continuation of the word, and then I cut up some more 2x2 squares to go in the pockets. And then here's this page where I'm going to add in some journaling. I added photos of my daughter. This is us in the car on our way. Stamp the word, or stamp the phrase, "We are explorers," and then good times. I might do a little something else with that, maybe add a tab or something. Not quite sure. Photo of my daughter, added some little puffy stickers there. I had some white space back here that I wanted to cover, so I went ahead and just covered that up. And then on the flip side of that, a photo of Bree with a sticker that says "Hit the Road," and then a photo of Rennie and I, which I want to add something to this photo, but I don't know what yet, so we'll see. I'm not going to make that decision yet because I don't know. I don't know what's going to be. Okay? So the next one will, after I document us driving, I'm going to document the first activity that we did on our when we arrived. I cannot talk today. When we arrived in Hot Springs, we went to go see the Ouachita Mountain Tower. So I'll talk about that next week. So I'm going to go ahead and start off that story, and I'm going to figure out how I can print a photo that's 8x4 that'll fit in this pocket. That's a picture of the tower that we toured. I'm going to put in some tickets and receipts, and then do some other things to relate it to that story, that part of our adventure. Okay. So do you guys have any questions about the project, about the products, anything like that? Make sure you pop it in the comment section. I'm going to scooch back in the comments. I think we froze there for just a second. Jessica says, I used 2x2 pockets in my December daily last year and love them. Yes, I've used them in my December daily. I think almost every year that I've done December daily. I love them. Lucky to have a quick getaway with my mom in February. That's awesome, Julie. Let's see. The photo app again that I use is called PicFrame. And it should be available for Android or iOS. You're going to look in Google Play, or if you use Apple, then you'll go to the Apple Store and look up, or the App Store rather, and look up PicFrame app. If you didn't catch that at the beginning. Yeah, I like the red chipboard on there too, actually. Let's see. Barb says, I've never done a vacation-specific album, but this is so cute. I'm going to have to try one of these. You have to, absolutely. Just got to take a vacation first. Well, of course, you can, if you've had, vacations, mini trips, little excursions, this is a great format to be able to document something like that. Particularly if you want the story to kind of be on, almost like you sort of took this with you on your adventure and your journaling and your documenting. It doesn't have to be photo heavy, but it's just a small enough album and just enough of a creative challenge that it's not overwhelming, like a 12x12 or even an 8.5x11. So yeah, give it a shot. It's looking great. Thanks, Jen. What are you going to do with the pocket on the inside cover? Oh, here, I will house any little extra in ephemera or whatnot that's from the trip, tickets, or sometimes it may be extra photos or something like that will go into this pocket. So good question. Very good question. Let's see, I know you need more pics for a future live, so I'll send you my vacay pics. Thanks in advance. No problem, Elizabeth. Mickey says, I did a 6x8 album, in Project Life album in 2014. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. It's just, there's something about this format, this pocket format, and there's so many fantastic sizes. So whether you want to do a 4x4 album, 6x8, a 6.25 or not, an 8x4 or 4x8 album, like your Traveler's Notebook size, there's just so many different formats that you can explore with, and you don't have to stick with just one, right? You can do different types of formats for different projects and have a great library of your scrapbooks that are in different formats and different styles. So whether you like pocket pages or whatnot, I mean, go ahead and test it out, try it out. And if you don't like it, then, do something else. But you just never know unless you try it. Is the PicFrame app free? I want to get the right one. I think that when I got the PicFrame app almost several years ago, it was free. I don't know if it's free now. It could be that it's free with in-app purchase. So if you purchase more items, or purchase more options or more features, then you have to pay for it in addition to getting the free app. But I don't know if it's free. I don't remember. So you might want to check that out. Let's see. I don't like pockets. How do you keep stuff from falling out? Well, the stuff is adhered to the papers, and sometimes it depends on the pocket design. These pockets by Citrus Twist hold the items in. So if I flip it upside down, 9 times out of 10, it's probably not going to fall out. This I just had sitting in the back of the album in this pocket. So you want to make sure that your pockets are upright. That your albums are upright. Depending on how much you embellish your elements that go inside your pocket, that will definitely determine if your item is going to stay in or not. If it's really bulky, then it might fall out, okay? Sometimes the pockets are a little bit loose. They're not made as tight to hold in elements that you put in there. You want to make sure that your items, like your pages and stuff, are sized enough so that they fit, but they fit somewhat snug so that they don't fall out, okay? But everything else that I have here is all adhered to some element that's going to go in a pocket. It's just like if you're doing a 12 by 12 pocket, right? Just with a regular page or a regular layout. You want to make sure that it fits in snug. And sometimes they don't always do that. So you want to make sure that your album sits right so your elements stay in your pocket. Let's see. Pick Stitch is another one. Libby, thank you for pointing that out. Pick Stitch is another app that you can use for both Android and for iPhone. Same thing, gives you different frame options that you can resize your photos. And by the way, for I don't know if this is for Pick Stitch, but Pick Frame, there are tutorials on YouTube on how to use it. And usually you'll be able to find tutorials on different apps on YouTube anyway, but Pick Frame, there is one. Alrighty. Okay, guys. Thanks so much for joining me today. Apparently I can't swallow our talk today. Thanks so much for joining me today. I am really, really enjoying this size. I love it. Again, this album is from Citrus Twist. You can go and check that out. Apparently they are in stock, so if you like it, order it. Don't wait, because these albums are super popular and they sell out fast. The album will come with some page protectors, but you can buy extra page protectors, and you can buy the little strips here that you can adhere extra items into your album. Give it a try. If you like that traveler's notebook size, give it a try. Buy you an album and see how you like it. So far, I love it. I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to continue to work on this album. So next week, we're going to be back here on Friday. So we're continuing on our Friday schedule, 2:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure that you join me, and we're going to have a lot of fun. I'll be sharing photos of my project as it's coming along on Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you do. The link is in the description. You can follow me at Victoria Marie Scraps on Instagram, because I post a lot there. And yeah, so we're going to continue on with this project next Friday. Have a fabulous weekend. If you have any other questions, make sure you reach out to me. And I hope you guys do something creative for yourself this weekend. If you are a part of the Victoria Marie Fall Y'all virtual crop that happened earlier this month, you have until the 27th to finish your project, so I can't wait to see that. And look for more information about the You're a Wizard Harry Potter Halloween crop that's going to be scheduled in October. I'll have more details on that to come. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for joining me, guys. Mwah. Bye-bye.